Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Paula here. So today I'm back with another TV show review. If you haven't already, check out my last TV show review and it was of Enterprise, a UK based show. Today I've got a Canadian based show. It is Anne with an E. So Anne with an E is not really my typical type of show, but I tried one episode and ended up literally falling in love with it and binge watching the whole 3 seasons. The drama is based on the classic book Anne of Green Gables. And like I mentioned before, there's 3 seasons and it starts with Anne age around 13, 14. So Anne is an orphan. She has basically been bounced around between homes most of her life and now is sent to live with the Cuthberts. The Cuthberts are a pair, a duo, a brother and sister duo that are kind of a little bit elderly and they live on a farm and they want to have a child. They want to adopt a child to kind of help around the place and help with the farm. So they request for a boy, but Anne is an annoying child, so they basically want to get rid of her. That's my thing. That's what I think anyway. But they're trying to get rid of her, and they give her to the Cuthberts, even though the Cuthberts wanted a boy. So initially the Cuthberts aren't sure if they want to keep her because they know that they wanted a boy to help with the farm. But obviously they end up keeping her because that's not even a spoiler. Is that a spoiler? It's kind of a spoiler, but obviously they end up keeping her because there's 3 seasons, so they kind of gotten rid of her. And then the show just ended. I mentioned that Anne is a little bit annoying. She is that child that reads books a lot and just uses big random words for no reason at all. So obviously that kind of grates on a lot of adults, especially at the time because it's kind of set in that olden time setting. Adults just think that kids are not, they're just to be seen and not heard, and so she is definitely the type of child to be heard. So it's very, very interesting, just her kind of navigating the world as a child. And even as she grows up over the next 3 seasons, it's just crazy to just see her development and change. Honestly, it's just such a heartfelt, good, funny show. I didn't expect to enjoy it because again, like it's kind of like a periodic drama. It's set a while ago and they dress up that way and they speak that way, and I was just a bit like, that's not for me. But I think what pulled me in is just how heartfelt it is, and it's just really honest and it's still really relatable even though it's supposed to be set. To be fair, I don't know how historically accurate the whole thing is. I do think that there's probably bits that historians are saying that's not true, that's not what it was like, but in terms of just like the themes that go on, they're very, very relatable and I can like see myself in it. Talking of some topics that are explored in the 3 seasons, we have feminism. Obviously it's not actually called feminism on the show, they just kind of say, like Anne says some things that you're like, yes, queen. Child abuse, sexual abuse, bullying, post-slavery, racism, loss of a spouse, loss of a sibling, loss of a parent. There's loads of loss going around. Adoption, illiteracy, religion, there's just loads of things talked about, and I really like the way they talk about them. They're not in political ways, they're just very like real and just like you see the effects of these things, and I just think that was such a good way of displaying it. And yeah, you really notice it and it's very like, yes, that I understand where you're coming from with that. And because I am a sucker for a romance, I love that this show has its fair amount of it. Even though it's a bit weird because I keep thinking like these are kids. I mean they're not kids, they're teenagers, but still like the romance there is very, very real. And I think it's because obviously in that time people used to get married very young. So like the show goes over from these kids being about 13, 14 to like 18, 19, and yet you're like really, really shipping them. And I keep saying to myself like these are kids, but it just like they mature very, very quickly, and I kind of get it. I suppose in those times, like honestly, people died at like 30, so by 15, half your life is over. It's over. So the main kind of relationship or like the main romance is between Anne, the main character, and Gilbert. Gilbert's a really interesting character because I think he is very like likable and just friendly and chill. He's also one of those guys that kind of enjoys the fact that they're liked. You start to see that towards end of season 2, beginning of season 3. He's so used to things going his way that when things start to not go his way and there's other people involved or there's other things said, he's a bit like, what do I do now? And I just think it's very interesting to watch because I think everyone secretly knows a guy that's like that they're used to just being the good looking guy that gets whatever they want, and then they meet someone where they don't get that and it intrigues them. And I think that's why he's so interested in Anne, because all the other girls are like, oh my gosh, hey Gilbert, hey, and Anne's just like, don't talk to me. She actually slaps him with her slates on the first time they meet, and I was just like, yes, Anne, tell him. Because You can't get everything you want in life just because you're good looking. You can't. I'm sorry. So I appreciate Anne teaching this very valuable lesson to him. So my favorite character in the whole of the 3 seasons is Sebastian, Bash. One, he's black. I'm rooting for everyone black. 2, he's honestly just a brilliant character. Like, his accent is so fine. Oh, his accent, like, he's from Trinidad, and that Trini accent, guys, is nice. And also, like, everything he just represents, because he obviously comes in as just like a different character to the show, and he comes in season 2 and it completely changed the show. Like, he's just really, really good, and I love the friendship between him and Gilbert. They're like brothers. Oh, my heart. And then by season 3, where he's a father, he's a husband, oh, I can't deal. Like, the whole time I was just like, I love you. I want good things for you. Like, oh my gosh. I honestly have a bone to pick with the writers for killing off Mary. I think that was just brutal and unfair. Like, why could he not be happy? Why could she not be happy? Like, why does their baby have to grow up? What's her name? Delphine? Deli. Why does Deli have to grow up without a mum? I just thought it wasn't fair. Like, she was okay one day and then the next day she is going to die. Like, I was just really upset by that, and I like how they did it. They did it really well. And oh, that memorial service when they're singing Amazing Grace and they're reading from the Bible, my heart. But why did they have to kill her off? I just didn't think it was necessary. I feel like Gilbert has already dealt with enough death in his life. Like, his dad dying, his mum dying, his siblings dying. And then you think, okay, he's now in this new family, he's got a black family, it's all great, you know. Then Mary dies. It just, it wasn't fair. And I understand that at the time, people literally died from sneezing. Like, I get that. But it's a TV show. I don't want her to die. And because it's based on a book, I heard or a series of books, I heard in the books that Matthew dies. Listen, I love you, Matthew, you're a cute old man, but you can die if it means Mary lives. I'm sorry. I think the wrong character died. Personally, the wrong character died. I also really love Jerry. I just thought Jerry was the cutest thing ever. He was just so cute with his little French accent. Oh, couldn't deal. And I loved when Anne actually taught Jerry to read. I think that was such a nice thing to put in. Their brother-sister friendship was the most beautiful thing ever. Like, I just love how they teased each other all the time, but whenever, forever, they were there for each other. There's a scene where they're at Josephine Berry's house, and Jerry's like, oh, I don't have my own bed at home, can I stay with you? And then he like lies on the other side. He goes, oh, don't worry, I never kick my sisters. Why am I crying? I am crying. So cute. Like, honestly, I just think it's a very well written show and very well acted show. Like, the kids in it, the teenagers, they do really, really well. And I think it's amazing that we actually have teenagers playing their own age, which is always great to see. But honestly, brilliant show, so good. I'm just really upset that Netflix cancelled it, that it's only 3 seasons. And I know there's a whole petition going on, like, with people saying renew it for season 4. 100% it needs to be renewed. We just got Gilbert and Anne together, and now, like, they've gone off to uni or college, and you don't know what's gonna happen. It's just the end, and I just don't think that was fair. Like, I think it needs to be brought back, and I have no power at all, but we need to make it happen, okay, guys? So I will put the petition in the description box. You guys, make sure you sign. We need to get a season 4. They can't end it like that. So I hope you guys enjoyed my review of Anne with an E. It wasn't really a review, I just talked about the show. But I really love this show. For me, an easy 9 out of 10. I am actually rewatching it even though I just finished it. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like rating, comment down below, share this video and subscribe to my channel. Let me know what other content you would like to see from me, or what other TV shows I should be watching. Listen, I'm at home at the moment. I have time. Let me make content for you guys. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Alright, bye!